For this week's book babble, and our last one actually, for the 9 weeks, we had to discuss why our book, or my book, The Dollmaker, had literary merit, or what made it special to stand out on the AP list. And one thing I discovered about my book is that it has so many universal themes that can be related to other books. It deals with issues that many different people of all races and kinds can all relate to. And the one big theme that we talk about a lot is really portrayed in my book is the American dream. We start off with a poor family of Gertie and Clovis and their 5 kids, which are Reuben, Clyde, Enoch, Cassie, and Amos, the young one in the beginning who we find out is choking. How they come from growing up backward in the mountains to farming to living off the land to actually having to share crop by giving their crops to another person, to owning their own property, but then the war strikes, and then from the war they spiral into moving into the city where Clovis must find a job, yet he's so beaten up by the war that they stereotype him into being a fight, and they look at him and he can't seem to make way through the city folk because they're so backward. This idea of American dream is a big facet in my book. Some other themes that are in there are determination and hard work. From this, we learn that whenever there are trials or tribulations, family pulls together. Everyone pulls together to pull their weight. Gertie is determined to find work by whittling. Clovis is determined and very hard-working to earn his family, even working for a factory for minimum wage. One other thing that is portrayed in my book is that of family. Family is a big issue. One thing that everyone can relate to is that Gertie and her family have troubles. Ever since Henley died, which is one of the major deaths in my book, her mother can never look at Gertie the same. Henley was the favored child, which most people can relate to. There's always one child or other that can be favored in a family situation. Another thing that is pivotal is the death of her daughter Cassie once they were in the city due to a railroad accident, which is heartbreaking, yet the family must pull together and strive through these trials. Another thing that is portrayed in my book is that of religion. It's kind of vaguely touched on, but in a most abstract way. It's by Gertie trying to find the face of Christ in her cherry wood. Throughout the book, we see this beautiful piece of cherry wood that was gifted to her by her father, yet she doesn't do anything with it. But as we go along, it slowly starts to take the face of something, but she can't seem to find a face. And in the end, she realizes that Christ is in everyone around us, and that to find him, he is in our hearts. And this is what kind of pulls the story full circle, allowing her to find Christ. And of these many facets, this is why my book is filled with literary merit.